Hello everyone, this is Stevie on Heartbound, and we're going to do our final episode of Oxygen Not Included. We're very familiar with this asteroid at this point. It's been 500 cycles. We've completed the escape imperative, and we've established our colony. And I was very happy to share that with all of you. I'll be continuing this colony on my own time, so this isn't goodbye to the colony altogether, but it is what I'm going to do here, because there's not really a whole lot more I can really show you. Test the widget. Okay. Everything works. So if you don't know, last episode we sent Mima off to the temporal tear. My headcanon is that she's going to be the one to save the Earth and undo everything that's happened. But in this timeline, this colony is still going as is. So Mima was my strongest duplicate. She is the hero of the story. Now it's just Ren and Otto who are the last ones of the original sort. I'll show you what I mean. I do have the excavator going off with biological cargo, so if we're lucky we'll get to see a gassy moo. But I don't know how that's what's going to pop out of there yet. But as far as daily life of the colony goes, everyone's still trying to clean up the place, which means I've surprisingly lagged less and less the more we've done these episodes. We've been cleaning it up. They did have a giant polluted water spill for reasons I still don't understand. That's alright. We're going to assume something just melted at some point. Or maybe this polluted ice melted. I don't know. Maybe. But if that is the case, we might benefit from running some metal tiles here. In case any more of this wants to melt. I'll have it going all over my base like that one did. The good part about having these tiles melt instead of digging them out is if you dig out a tile, you get half the materials that was made to use it. So that helps out a bit if you're trying to get more and more water. So if you've ever wondered how to beat this game yourself, or you're just watching this trying to figure it out, all you really need is a way to contain your oxygen and your hydrogen in a way to contain petroleum. I have this machine that shouldn't work but does, and I have a power machine that should work but doesn't. This is slowly going to fix itself. They're pulling out a little bit of water and it does that. Like it's trying. It'll pull a little bit of water. At some point. See, this one's... It'll eventually fix itself. What happened is this bugged out, jammed so the steam get too hot. I have it where it'll close at 130. We're at 300 now. So why did it mess up? I don't know. But every once in a while these will decide, okay, we'll let some steam in. Not really sure how you'd really fix it either. So I go, oh, my automation messed up. Okay, great. Why would you have no automation working like this? It's a little strange, I think. Oh no, power wire connected. Yeah, I don't have power to it. That's normal though. See how it'll turn on every once in a while? Eventually it'll fix itself. That's gonna be a while. So I'll have to rely on coal power and natural gas until that decides it wants to be normal. And they do have this building project they're going on. Eventually I'll fill this with chlorine. But the main mission is to just get some grass seeds and get a gassy moo. Really the grass seeds. Because I have to plant those grass seeds and be able to water them before I can support the gassy moo. But if you go to the asteroid, you'll get either or. So I sent 2 up. So hopefully get a grass seed. So if we get the gassy moo, we'll get to see what that looks like. If we get the seeds, I can start stockpiling it for growing. In the meantime, we'll have this chlorine vents provide us with things, so to speak. Can't really empty this out until that's all sorted out. But what'll happen is chlorine's heavier than oxygen. So my thought was the chlorine will naturally go into this big area, and the oxygen I can just open the door and let the oxygen out. But even without that, it shouldn't matter. It's gonna need sunlight to see, so or grow rather. If you ever had a plant that isn't growing properly in this game, it doesn't die instantly, it just stops growing. It's the worst case scenario. You know, if I really wanted to, I could just open the bunker doors. Because I have those up there. So we'll try this and see if we can cool it off. Because these will melt at 300 degrees, which is less than one of these things. But if I get sick of it, I do have bunker doors up here I can open. So that is not beyond the, it's not beyond reason for that. And I haven't really decided what I want to do, because if I do that, then I've got to set up more auto miners. Which isn't impossible, but just more power drain. And I do have, I'm turning this off. This will be active in 27 cycles, but we want this to draw more from this. Because we got a lot of, I made this a big area on purpose, so we'd have this last, you know, until this thing's ready again. But we do have people bringing this stuff. Catalina is doing Mima's old job. She has the added bonus of not being an astronaut, so I don't have to pick and choose when I want the stuff cleaned or not. And while she does it, she only has to do it once. So it's like, well, after that, good job. It's very nice to finally have this area a little bit clear. Maybe I'm front of this. Yeah, snazzy suit. We're never gonna use it, but you know. Oh, actually, I got a Gossman last time. I don't think she has a uniform yet. Give her the violet suit. Just for fun. That just worked out, didn't it? I will use the suit. Yeah, she looks in purple. No. She'll put it on when she finishes her stuff. She'll put it on at some point. You know, when my duplicate started, they had to sleep on little cots. I actually have her on supply right now. I thought about it, and her skills are animals. Yeah, animal lover. So if I was smart, I'd put her on grooming duty too. She's gonna go Klei. Good job, Gospel. Welcome to the colony, by the way. Some people will say don't let the duplicates loose in the colony until they have decent athletics. But all you have to do is set up your colony properly so you have a fire pool in the middle and the tube up top. They can get anywhere they want. Like, see how this is you know, the temperature's for some reason not good enough? How it just stops growing? You know, if my growth halts on you know, the other things. This will get hotter the more this comes in, and that'll grow that. We don't want it too hot. So we have these radiant liquid pipes going. I'm walking a very fine line with most of my vegetation. Feels weird how it happened to me, but that's what the goal of the game was. It was to get your duplicates out. You know, nobody seems to finish the game. I was happy to do so. Because your goals in this game is Home Sweet Home and The Great Escape. You got to get rid of one of your duplicates on a one-way mission. Everyone's hero is going to be different, I'm sure. But we had Mima for hours. I won't go through the entire thing, but I'll show you. Hold on. See, finding and taming a Yathimi would be kind of fun. I don't have this set up yet, but I need some grass seeds for it. And the achievement for this requires the Yathimi too. So good luck with that. I won't do that on stream, but this world will continue. In my own little fantasy world. See, we got Otto and Ren were our original survivors. Then Jean and Hassan came shortly after. Not for a long time without new people. I hired these guys to entertain the stream, which worked out. I'm looking for something specific. There used to be a way. I did in the very first episode. It was showing an overview of everything. It's time lapse. See, here's Mima. Hold on there. Calm down, champ. I'm not gonna go through the entire thing. This is how we started. You know, Mima was just kind of in charge of everything. I've already shown this, so I guess it doesn't matter. But you know, he was there from the beginning. When I first started up the save, I was like, if we get to the escaped world here, Mima is going to be the one for the thing. Kind of like the broken statues a little bit better. I think they still give it to Core too, don't they? Yeah, still do. That's kind of funny. I guess I don't have the space scanner set up because I don't trust them. Still gotta manually check when my rockets are coming back. I did recently have one where I forgot the this one. Cost me a little bit of steel, but I'm not really using steel for anything, so it wasn't that big of a deal. Still, that said, it's not something I want to do every single time. But yeah, I had all 4 neural facilitators on that precious bean that I called Mima. And this is still... I'm gonna turn that off. Give the gases some time to float over here. You see, we got like tons and tons of natural gas here. Like, you know, if I filtered it, I've only got so many spaces, you know, I can go out of here with. You know, I can kind of repurpose this. But if I did it right, I could take the gas I use for this. You know, I can just shove it in here. Because when I was making all this, you know, oil, I got a ridiculous amount of gas. Like this is 520, you know, 8 kg. Just all the way around. I got some oxygen in there too, if I can catch it. Yeah. Someone got a sunburn. What are you doing up there, sir? What's your malfunction, lad? Get on it. Sun is in trouble for me. We're going to switch this to... How did you get out here? Well, that's the thing, isn't it? I think he has a... He is the excavator of this facility. Oh, there's still a lot of crap there. Can you just dig out, man? Yeah, you can. Yeah, of course he can. Stop hitting him. I will absolutely restart. Oh, they're hanging there. I don't know how he got up there. Well, fortunately everything's open. This game. He took some hits too. He has no task up there. What was he even doing? Oh, son, you're about to be assigned to the triage cot. Nope, he's still too strong for it. Oh, he's directly at 70. You know what? Because of that stunt you pulled, after this thing finishes saving, I'm gonna put you on the cot. And you're going to rest and you're gonna like it. So if you've never seen the triage icon, medicine isn't very good in this game. It used to be required, but in the first time he's been on the thing, but do I have somebody that'll come and do this? And they can't, it's not the top priority. I just want him to take a rest. But basically what they do is, duplicates use a rectal thermometer. They just constantly keep attacking the injured duplicate with it. He wants to work, but oh, Jean's gonna help him. But yeah, she'll take this thermometer and she'll keep jamming it into his side. To me, I've seen Mima do it, and she had it with the other hand. It looked like she was doing a proctology exam on this poor guy. Jean does it a little bit differently. But yeah, that's what it looks like. How did you get out there? So there was another patch. They keep adding stuff to this game, which is fine, but a little weird. So basically what they want to do is you'll go to your supply closet. We'll see if we get something during this game. I think the ladder took damage. See, what are they doing up there? He can still climb down here. He can go through the gap. So I'm not sure why he's holding the door there. Or why that's reopening. The mysteries of us should not included. Because yeah, the iron falls down. There should be plenty of iron on down here. I don't know. I'm not going to pretend to understand the mysteries of this game. But I will say every single thing they pick up makes the game lag a little bit less. So it is highly beneficial that they do this. No, you don't need steel for a lot of this stuff. Because ideally it would never come into contact with anything. So Hassan's healed, wherever he is. I care very much about my duplicates. Okay, he's sleeping. I'm gonna go ahead and save. My dear duplicates like doing things they shouldn't do. That's okay. I'm happy I got to show these guys off, you know, for about 500 cycles or so. I had it running on, you know, fast speed. But as soon as this finale, I'm going to put it back on slow, and I'm going to enjoy spending every single minute with these duplicates. And I should, you know, make a new hydrogen rocket. I also gotta look at my winch for losing Mimo. But what do I even go for, you know? Like, we're done. Like, do I just get a bunch of coal? It wouldn't hurt. Do I need niobium? Do I need steel, glass? I gotta get sediment. Get more algae. There's, you know, stuff I can get. But we've looked at it all, you know? There's no rush for anything, really. Like, I really need a sediment rock to feed my hatches. After they finish building this chlorine pit, I'll think about getting that natural gas out of the oil making machine and clean that up. And that's a vacuum. I'll let the water out of the bottom, kind of reset it. I've seen machines online that like hook up all three of those things. You would never ever need that. It was very silly. I guess when I set up this system, I also do something for this. You know, if I set this up just to be sunlight for the grass seeds, instead of the sun lamps, I could also set up for this, these gates, so they'll open for this. I'm not really sure how I'll set it up yet. The chlorine's most of the time useless, so I don't know. The thing about the good about this game is you can take your time and kind of do what you want. Also, it's not level 4 athletics. So I wonder what my duplicates are going to do when they finally do clean up all this mess. Not really a whole lot left to clean. We have a very clean colony now. Like sometimes I'll get a duplicate that comes in. Look at that ice up. I don't like it. And even if it melts, it'll just go in there, but still. Once we get everything cleaned up, you know, we're done. Are they just gonna idle around, or what else are they gonna do? Kind of curious to see what the answer to that is. I don't know. That's some muckroot. Grab me that muckroot. I really like this conveyor system. It's conveniently placed at different parts of the map, so it all comes to the center spot. We have a little bit of oil in there so it doesn't off gas. Because if you get chlorine or bleach, not chlorine, bleach stone or slime, it'll start creating gases in the area. If you put it in a liquid, it kind of doesn't do that. That's nice. Now I could use this for extra power. I have this set up way early on, which is just basic wire. And all it's for is for this transport system. I didn't know how much I'd need. Turned out it wasn't a lot. But it's nice to always know it's there without having to worry about it. Kind of the peace of mind setup. Hold on. Got this new blueprint thing. I have unlocked a blueprint. Chili red. Really spices up dull walls. So I guess I got my drywall. I got chili red. So I wonder, do you need to save in order to keep this, or do you looks like this is just a flat color. I've got them working on stuff up here. So I don't know if I want to give them more stuff to build. Oh, you know what I could do? Okay, I got a stupid idea. Do you know I am Stevie and Heartbound? Stevie and Heartbound can't make a heart. No, that's definitely not it. There we go. A little heart. A little ladder too. We'll priority 6 this just to like a little rudimentary heart. This is just purely for my own amusement. And you so kindly make that your top priority, please. Thank you. This is a basic heart. It'll be my big red heart. There he goes. It serves no in-game purpose, but you know, it's nice. Of course, you could always make that bigger or upscale it, but this is really what it is. Good job, Red. So we have made a heart. So I guess this isn't the new blueprint system. We played for about 30 minutes when that came up. So we'll see how it goes in another 30 minutes. I do need to keep an eye on my rocket. 8 cycles. I usually like to open it up about 2 cycles beforehand. Because it'll say about XYZ cycles. So I guess because I have Rin's in charge of life support. So he uses the rusty oxidizer going. But since Rin's building all this other stuff, he hasn't been keeping the life support up. Fortunately, I have my system here. You know, taking all this and doing all the oxygen stuff. And I have this thing also doing oxygen. The rusty oxidizer is supposed to kind of fill in the blanks. It's currently not. So this is getting to be about the fill line. So we are going to turn that on. Try to have my pipe set up right. I've got some super coolant in here to try and make this a little better. Make sure I'm touching the right things. That should work. So that'll get the seasonality going. Well, a few buildings you have to build underwater. We'll eventually get some gross water in there. Just because of the nature of this mess up. Yeah, it's okay. A little polluted water damages the system. And it'll damage the electrolyzer. We use some gold amalgam to fix it. It's not a big video. Put this down to 22.7. I think it's about 15. I'll take out some of these resorts. We'll set it back up to a mealwood. The reason we had these up there is because we were fighting the hydrogen vents, so it was very hot. I gotta keep my glossy Draco going. Which were all my glossy Draco? Okay, we got bugs. At some point, I lost my glossy Draco. I got plenty of meal to eat. So what happened to my Draco? And this thing has worked for over 2,000 cycles. I refuse to believe that something happened to him. Hold on. So first what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the Dracula eggs off the thing. And next time I get a Dracula. We'll start over again. So we'll have some Draculets again. So maybe what happened is, since I had Draculet eggs go into the omelet maker, there was a... Maybe we just kept having Draculet eggs. And that ended up efficiently enough glossy eggs to keep it going. It's the only thing I can really think of. I mean, these are harvest ready. That is fine. Drop off graphics too. Normally I have Draco running around my colony. I have to keep an eye out for one. So I like my printing pod. Do we need plastic? Do we need reed fiber? Not really. I think they just laid enough Draco eggs and I didn't catch it in time. I had my mind on other things. We've lost pretty much nothing, so it's not a big deal. This is kind of the danger of sending duplicates to do other things. But we have a little heart. That's okay. Well, this means, in practical terms, it means we're not getting any plastic for a little bit. So we pretty much have all the things we'd use plastic for set up. Unless I really needed to make 5 steam turbines. And I didn't want to get rid of my plastic tiles, you know. That's the only thing that could kind of go sideways. Yeah, I'll get that. I definitely put my duplicates to work, don't I? Let me go ahead and speed this up. Because this is the last episode. I kind of want to see the gassy moves. We could even say the oh, so I have cracking. I'm gonna take that off. It says my oxygen diffuser, I don't have any algae. I'm really gonna have to hit those algae plants hard if I want to get enough to keep that going. Yeah, this is a vacuum until we sort that out. How are we doing here? That means I'm gonna start powering coal. They aren't already. This messed up really. It's already down like 5 degrees. You know, it'll eventually fix itself. But the graphics didn't glitch out this time. Like the first time I showed you how that had a little glitch out. Didn't glitch out, so I was like, okay, it's working. I didn't check it. And I paid for that. And it was kind of interesting to see the lava turn into brick. This means eventually I can build down here. You know, if you sealed up the volcanoes, you could use this for more build space. There's a lot of build space too. Yeah, no, this is really filling back. It's not a fast game. It's a game that makes you wait, which is fine. Even on the fast speed, it's like one of those things. See, with coal, I can beat the rush while we wait for our steam turbines to get it together. We're in the 400 tons. So we're definitely making a surplus. See, if you build it before the transformers, here's your main power. I have this up here because this goes directly to this vertical wind tunnel, and if this goes down before, yeah, we use algae. Like, say the power goes out, we have no power, and those batteries are still up. They can finish using the wind tunnel, and it won't be a big deal. Because if they use a entertainment thing and they don't complete it, they'll go, okay, I'll use it again. And, you know, keep doing it over and over and over. If you're already having trouble keeping the grid up, just pain in the butt. So, like, let's say I had no power at all. Nothing was working. These batteries would let him use the wind tunnel. Yeah, it's about 1 for 1. Every time they use this, I think it's about 5 batteries worth of energy. So, all that would be gone. If you've ever wondered how much energy this actually uses, it's a lot. You know, they say compost makes a lot of heat. We're past 2.5 thousand cycles. I don't see that heat. Sorry, I don't. Less than 5 cycles. If it's less than 2, then we know we're ready to go. See, this is slowly filling up my hydrogen. I just leave it alone for a little while, it'll fix itself. Maybe we got some frozen hydrogen in here. I'm just kind of fighting this all. It's not a perfect setup, but it's good enough. I wasn't really looking for perfection when I did this. As long as it works, it works. Look at all these buffalo princes. There's a whole kingdom up here. We had a whole bunch of green squeaky ones a while back. This is still doing what it's supposed to. We got a little bit of rain in here. See, the water coming in is 77. But the max for this is 70, I think. Yeah, I don't see it saying it because it's jumping up and down like crazy. If I remember right, it only puts out 70-degree water. So it's coming in 100, 76, 70. Oh, that's kind of funny. Since nobody goes up here, it doesn't really matter. All this little area is for is filling up this thing. And filling it up, it is doing. The only thing about this is it took a lot of ceramic. If I had to do everything again, I'd probably get into steel production earlier, you know, get into ceramic production earlier. But I didn't care about it for a long time. But just having room for, you know, all this is just copper. And it's got igneous pipes. You know, most of it. But I guess ceramic's important to keep the temperatures apart. Because this one's always going to be red. You know. These two had to be different temperatures, so it makes sense. And this one's red for some reason. It's a janky setup, but it works. Natural gas geysers in space. Woo. No, okay, so we have a heart. Go and deconstruct those. Man, somebody's fast. I think that's the song. I want to pause. No, it's meat. Oh yeah, he's getting iron for the steel making. But my colony now has a heart in it. You're full of love. So if I find the Osman, which should just be doing some wire runs. Oh yeah, we're getting chlorine now. So we've got like 9 kilograms of chlorine. It's not overpressuring. 10 kilograms. Dude, this thing at 5 kg, it stops. You see how it's a solid 5 kg? No, we got a chlorine banter with us at 10k and it's just like going and going. So why does this colony do half the stuff it does? I don't know. So this also causes another problem. I'm using this phosphorite that Dracos leave behind to feed these weaselworts. So we're not going to run out of phosphorite, but I don't have any critters in here making more phosphorite. I got other issues. Yeah, they must have just like Draco eggs, and I just cracked all the Draco eggs. They didn't catch it in time. It's not a big deal. We put a Draco in there. It eats the meal wood. It creates a glossy Draco. There's nothing hard about it. But you know what? It might be time to get back to basics. Wouldn't uproot these. Because this one's at a 2.1.5 and 23. Get our mealwood back in here. That's what it's for. 3 cycles. Knowing me, I'm gonna forget. So we're gonna go ahead and open these doors. We cancel this dig command. I'll just leave it open when the rocket gets it back. Close it. It shouldn't work, but it does. The first time I've actually had a use for chlorine. This should be enough anyway. One day we'll rescue the carbon dioxide in there. It needs a hero. I wish this worked. And then a 30. And we get a few degrees. I feel like maybe if I put insulated tiles on the bottom, or maybe on the top. I feel like that should have worked. Oh, we got new blueprints. What do we get this time? Team Captain Sports Gloves. Red striped gloves for winning any activity. Now the thing about gloves is if you look at any one of these supersonic speed moving creatures that we call duplicates. See if I can get one. Nobody's asleep. Alright, Sticky will use you. See his hands? It's part of the snazzy suit, right? So if you have your duplicate in a suit, then you already have gloves. Unless you're just starting out, they already have something set up. So it's like, how do you put gloves to use? Because, like, see her? She has brown gloves that go with her farmer outfit. So it's like, not really sure how to make those gloves useful. I like the idea of them. But the minute you can, you're going to give your duplicate suits. So it's like, what do you do with that? Let's supply closet real quick. If I wanted to put my duplicates in like specific things, I have, let's see, custom outfit. I don't know what that is. I don't want to touch it. What is this got to date? They have different things. Let's see. I know I always wanted to pay, but I've never found. Every time I see one, I don't need it. See, I've got gloves. Why wouldn't you use these, you know? Here's another thing. If I have one of these blueprints, that means you're gonna get them over and over again. There'll be a lot of other things I can yeah. Why do I need more than one? It's cool, but I don't need more than one. I barely need one. Just turned into a background thing. It's like, oh, cool. I didn't get anything this time. Thanks for the disappointment. That's just my thought on it. I don't care, but that's the thing. Like, gacha games are really popular now, but I've never been able to find myself caring. Like, if I get it, I get it. If I don't get it, I don't get it. It's like, you know, I even played Maple Story for a while. Did I get what I want? Okay, great. I just don't get the appeal. I get that some people like it. I wouldn't say I dislike it. I just don't care. So if I get something new, you know, I'll clearly play with it. But if it's something, you know, you're not going to only see, like, I'm just going to pretend it doesn't exist. Oh wow, that one thing that happened with a 0.1 drop chance. I'm going to pretend it doesn't exist. Good piss squeak. Well, yeah, I like the idea of it. It's like on the research tree. Once I'm done with it, I'm done with it. All you're doing is creating something where it's like this open to do that. Like, let me have my toys and play with it. I'll put the meal back here, like it originally was. Disable auto highlights apparently. No, this is back to normal. We'll keep monitoring the temperature. This is 23. This one will be 21. So we'll monitor the temperature on those to make sure that those are fine. I guess to be about 10, I think we'll cut out some more of these. They serve their purpose. Look at Liam over there getting his skill points back. So we'll have Mealwood back at full production when we get the Dracos. Which is just luck in the running pod now. Like, I like the new things. I just like the idea of duplicate items. Unless you can like disenchant them or something to like get to things that you do want. But it's a single player game, so I don't get the point. So what someone's gonna do, they're gonna make a mod that just gives you all the items. To mod all the items in. That's what I'd do. Not that I care to, but I'm just saying, you know? Everybody's doing their best. I guess there'd be no reason for everyone in the colony to mourn Mima. She's saving the world in a literal sense. Because this shattered planet is supposed to be Earth. When you send someone through the temporal tear, temporal has to do with time. So this is a tear in time. So they're trying to get that duplicate to go back and stop this from happening. The problem is duplicates weigh about 90 pounds. They're very small. Like, I'm not sure how big hatches are. I don't think anyone's measured one of these things. But this is a cell phone, right? This is a Rubik's Cube. So if you look at this, Oh, what am I trying to say? Hey, this is a pedestal with a blender on it, right? That blender is about half the size of a duplicate. So you've got something that's 2 blenders high in height and weighs about 90 pounds. So Mima, I don't know, she's like this big. She's not a big one. Hey, welcome to the stream. We're doing our last auction not included stream. I'm deciding what game we're going to play next week on Wednesdays. Kind of going between Dink Smallwood, Command and Conquer, or something else. Not really decided yet. I'm not going like the same. I'm going to play, you know, single player, but there's not really a whole lot. You need to go to bed. Why are you tired? He does this sometimes. When is your bedtime? How about you move to bed? Bed. Go sleep. There's not really a whole lot more I can really show with this colony. Yeah, I haven't tested it to see if I can get it to work. But I did buy it in a Steam sale recently, so I was like, well, did a remaster. I played Tiberian Sun, like, way forever ago. So the one I have bought on my Steam account, I have never actually played. I'll just set it up and see if it works. But I like the idea of the game. You know it's a big project when Beep gets involved. He's usually just making steel. Is this cool down here? Yeah. I got the we got an unconventional cooling system going on. This every once in a while it put out negative 10 degree water, and I use that to just spray everything down. Some people like a closed loop with aqua tuners and everything. Nope, I just get the hose and just spray everything. It pleases me. But what I need to do is when this gets sorted out. So it looks like I had a temperature reduction on this. Sounds blue like polluted water. So when they build that pipe, I'm going to see if it cools down the sun lamps. If it does, I can leave them on for the gas grass. And my petroleum ship's almost back, so we'll see what kind of biological cargo she has. I'm not really sure what she'll bring, but I'm kind of curious on how it'll handle. It'll be my first time bringing back bio cargo. I don't think gassy moos need to breathe. No, unfortunately, when you see me streaming, that's the only free time I really have. It's, this is kind of it. I'm either working on something, or, you know, editing my books, or getting ready for my 9-to-5 job. So, after This is all the free time I have. I haven't really had time to really do anything else. I like the idea of Star Wars, but I just don't have time. I barely have time to stream. If I had time to do a stream, I'd definitely do it more. That's why I'm only doing it 2 days a week. So we got a bio cargo now. Let's see what we got. We got 2 gassy grass seeds, which is good. Good. Close this while I sort this all out. There's an egg-shaped rock out of my way. We'll put this next to the other, I guess. I saw those fall, I know I did. They go. Oh, they are in here. So I got a gassy moo and a grass seed times 4. So we'll let our ration run out. We're free for the time being. So how do I get you guys out? Here's like an empty storage. So what I'm about to do is I'm about to release a creature called a gassy moo. He is very, very rare. And I got some grass seeds. Can't really take care of it. But this is a very rare creature to see. If you find and tame one, that's gonna an accomplishment. Sweep these. Fingernails is bugged out, so she's got extra stress. Okay, put her back in the rocket. I think I'll put the grass seeds. So they'll put the grass seeds in with everything else. This is called a gassy moo. This is a very rare creature. And it does absolutely nothing. It'll just stick around for about 75 years or cycles. So it eats gas grass. Now that I've got grass seeds, I gotta be able to take care of it. So it needs light and liquid chlorine. So that's the thing. I think Nails has the bug, doesn't she? Yep, she's got the bug. So we'll put her back in the more puffs. Never go wrong with more puffs. You know what? Can I get Drucklets from any of these planets? No, it gets hatches. I got a pip like way out there. So this is I'm gonna show these little guys off. They don't do anything, but here they are. What we do actually. Oh wait, she's fixing herself. We're gonna deconstruct these bays now that I have the gas grass seed. And we gotta see what these look like. Moves are extraterrestrial critters that feed on gas grass and excrete natural gas. I'm gonna switch these back out for cargo bays. So I already have that set up. So that'll work out when they are ready to build those. I wish I had more time, but no, she's still getting stressed out. She wants to store things, but she can't decide if she's stressed or not. Yeah, she's gonna... There's a bug where people... I'll just continually get stressed for no reason if they're not in the rocket. It didn't used to be like that, but now it is. I kinda wish there was more stuff to show, but this is more of a sandboxy type game. I think I need to get these cargo bays set before nails will go in there. So I gotta do it quickly. It doesn't have a panic attack. Nope, that'll fix it. I'll refuel it when we get the cargo bays back on. Now they'll repair the ship. Not repair, rebuild. It's not even a rebuilding, is it? I guess it'd be a modification. My goal today is, I was kind of hoping I'd be able to show people Gassy new. So if you've never seen one, this is what it looks like. It's a very silly looking creature. Unfortunately, this is a little easier setup. And my sweeper's out there. So he has 2 units per cycle. Doesn't care about temperature. But it has to be in chlorine, I think. Am I reading this wrong? So every 4 cycles it regrows, right? I don't know what I'm doing, which is fine. But when I get a bunch of stuff up here, I'll figure it out. It's gonna take them a minute to clean up. Never doubt why this is going to be the finale, right? As much as I love this, I'm not really sure what else to do. We'll send our excavator off for some more algae. Make sure my pipes are, it should still be set up the way it should be. So that blue and some of that orange, I guess. Yeah, we'll say it's orange. It's already set up for the organic mass, so I don't have to change anything. But it is cool to see the gassy moo. Didn't show the slickster, which is a thing. But if you're playing a normal world, you'll see it pretty quickly. It's supposed to show you, they're supposed to show a little fill-up thing. It doesn't for some reason. Some of the early episodes, yeah, it definitely showed it. Yeah, I cut it off right. That's some nice easy fueling. Nice and easy. So we'll open up the gates. I'm very pleased with my gassy moos. Nothing we can really do with them, but I'm pleased with them. Okay, that's open. There's our rocket. See you later. She's just gonna get some more algae in this line so we can grow mushrooms and have oxygen. What a thoughtful person. These kids don't have to like figure everything out. This carbon asteroid might actually be a good thing to go to. I guess secondly, you go to this carbon asteroid on the bottom and get a whole bunch of neat stuff. Every once in a while they'll make gas if they were eating stuff. So I think the gas grass has to be chlorine. And you have the moose putting out natural gas. So that's the thing. I'm probably gonna have to refigure this out, but this is kind of my basic blueprint for now. So we got gas grass and the moose at the same time. But I'll figure out the seeds on my own time. And eventually I'll figure out what new and exciting ways to get my colony in trouble. I know we're just going to regular. We got new and exciting ways to catch my colony on fire. Okay. Thanks for the 300-degree regolith, lady. When have I said you can put regolith in here? Lays on. And now it's only 6 degrees. It's not like it was a huge deal. But if somebody walks by and they got this 100-degree oxygen just kind of like trying to cool down, it's not ideal. That could hurt my duplicates. Now he's getting back in business, sorting that out. What else I do? Yeah, I shouldn't accept regolith. The ones at the bottom are safe. I would be highly surprised if regolith was carried that far down. At that point, I don't think it would matter. And the pufflet. Oh, he's using more puffs. Why? I don't know. Tribute increase. Gossman's getting even faster. Should be the fastest thing alive. See, this is colder now. So what we'll do is we'll use the new snipping tool to snip this. And so we'll snip this. These look like they're affected by the conduction panel. So that worked out nicely. Fortunately, we're getting this cleaned up nicely. And he's got some regolith. Some very specific regolith, I imagine. That's good. Good, good, good. The thing about wild animals is they'll live their entire natural life without bothering with you. I don't think gassy moos lay eggs. So when these pass, we'll just have to get new ones. But I think that that's the case, even if you had them tamed and fed. It just makes them happy. But they don't lay eggs. They're like the pandas, of oxygen not included. Okay, this is still dormant. There's 10 more cycles of that. So when this turns on, I guess my rocket will be about back. I want to have some more algae. See, I'm running out of slime and algae. So my colony needs critical supplies. At some point I'll probably need to rebuild this hydrogen rocket. There's really no rush. I'm just slowly letting the hydrogen come back. And then when it does that, I'm going to shoot off the rockets willy-nilly without worry. Because I know I'll have to figure out this piping and everything else. It's not a big deal. Gassy moo. Here he is, being a space cow. Watch him in slow motion. Weird little critter, ain't it? You went where? This is how you know you made it, now it should not include. You have this creature floating around. He desires to go nowhere. He is simply here. I'm sure there's a way to weaponize these things, but... So if he eats 50% growth, these grow every 4 cycles they're fully grown, right? So he needs at least 2 gas grass just to sustain one of them. I'll run some more water just to check that out. It's not like I'm gonna run out. But I wonder if I leave something open. Because here's the thing. Like, I have steam, right? It doesn't just stay down there. You know, every once in a while it just like shoots up and disappears, right? So it's like, if I have chlorine, even though it's heavy, it'll probably still leak out. I think gas grass has to be in chlorine. Oh, I can connect these two now. if I was really feeling it, I think I could do the yeah, I would for these. Get a beach chair. This will be 10,000 light. Wait, is this going to be stopped by the mesh tiles? Surely that's not accurate. I clearly saw it go through the other day. Well, that's going to be a problem if that doesn't work. I guess always something with this game. I'll figure it out. No big deal. Because I'm so used to playing it on the middle tab, it's almost like a slow motion, but it's not. I don't know why this works, but it does. It all worked out. We're just doing our victory lap. Having a good time. So I wonder why they're cleaning the regolith instead of going to the rock up top. Oh, it's because I have it set on priority 5 or 6 rather. No, you have to do that. I mean, it's good they're doing it, but still. Wait, where did you go with that regolith? Kathleen? I refuse to believe you just warped away. Oh, they're so fast, so hard to keep track of them. Well, we'll see if there's any giant red streaks of pain. That's normal. Oh no, that's not normal. Where are you like this, Catalina? Surely they wouldn't do that. Oh, she absolutely would. Shows what I know. Don't bring it. Well, you know what? I tell you what, if you bring it down here, I'll give you some, no, I don't even want that to be out either. Stop. She is just doing what I said she could do, but... Maybe it's just me that's being obtuse. I said she could do it. Okay, so this should be cold now. Okay, so we got along for a bit. It just works. 10 seconds on the rocket. Then we'll get some more algae. Now if any more of this polluted water wants to melt, it now has a place where it can rest. So this needs slime. This needs Dracos. This needs heat. Just a little bit though, not too much. Yeah, quite a mess that I've made. You know, these this looks different because it's different biomes. There's originally like different biomes here. I don't remember what they were, but I thought this was the temperature of the oxygen. I thought you know, if it was a certain color, that means it was hot, cold, or something in the middle. I put this temp shift light here. If you've ever wondered if you got weird looking oxygen like this, it's because of the biome. I guess you can fix that now with drywall, so that's kind of good. But yeah, this used to be something. It's only in certain areas it's like really noticeable. What did it used to be? I really don't remember at this point. Do you know? I'm gonna clean that up at some point. I'll probably have to pump that down here into the bottom. Which isn't a big deal, it's just obtuse. I like how this is like knee deep in water and it doesn't bother anybody. Everything's entirely fine. Yeah, it's fine. A lot of broken ladders. You like some more pufflets? Absolutely. Everyone likes pufflets. One day I'm sure I'll uncork this old volcano and use it for energy or something. Like, there's a lot I can still do. It's just in order to beat the game, you just need a water source, electrolyzer, and a gas pump. And that'll give you this. And just build a little room. And then just go to the portal too. I was even dragging it out because I wanted to research all the planets before I lost my hydrogen rocket. That wasn't even necessary. Do this. Finish up this last one. If I catch him doing it, I could just do it all at once. But I didn't. I don't want him to turn that on, so I can kind of see if this works. This didn't happen last time. Like last time, it just showed me the light. Light should be able to go through mesh tiles. It's kind of like the entire modus operandi of most of this stuff. Light will go through mesh tiles. So why is this happening? I don't think it's supposed to happen. It's dark now, but you saw a second ago. Light goes through the mesh tiles. End of the whole point. But I guess in the end you do get a little bit of meat for carrying these things. Growing rapidly when in a suitable chlorine-laden environment. So you not only need to be in chlorine, you need to be fed liquid chlorine, because it's the only way chlorine will get to you. They're trying. They're getting this stuff together. Gonna clean this up. Got a little heart. Very nice. Very sweet. It's my big red heart. I'm gonna save the game every once in a while, you know? One of these days I'll... The thing is, I wanted to keep some of this for nature reserves, but everything's still too cold this late in the game. I was like, eventually it'll warm up, right? Like if this ever gets to +10, you know... Like here is, you know, I could grow something, but I don't have any natural tiles here anymore. So like, surely, eventually, I'll figure something out. And this thing's probably going to boil at some point. So like everywhere I want to put one. This isn't working yet. Then there's this chaos. It works. I mean, it's weird, but it works. Yeah, we'll get it. If you ever decide to, if you want to see more of this game, if you want to go to my Twitter, I have old screenshots from when I was, before I was streaming. Because I was really excited to kind of like show this game off. Look how pretty that is. It looks a little squished on your screen, but it looks fine on mine. Haha. Gotta stretch these things out sometimes. No, yours looks pretty similar to mine. Not that big of a difference. Just a slight squish. You've dealt with this for about 12 episodes by now. You know it's not that big of a deal. Yep, got a new blueprint. What do you got for us this time? A pastel yellow. A soothing yellow wallpaper. I can't think of a good use for that one right now. Priorities. There is no priority. I just gave a sweep command. Game? Cease your nonsense. I don't know what I'll do with the yellow. Trying to figure out something else. You get enough of them, I guess you can make designs. Oh, we got power for these. Finally. So, let's try this. That is a big, big problem. On top of getting really hot really fast. No problem. So what I think I'm going to need to do, I'm going to need to use the doors. Oh, that bugs me. But if you look at this, light very clearly goes through mesh tiles. For some reason, this just said nope. On top of getting hot rather quick. Thanks, I hate it. So we'll have to use these doors to get this done properly. Which is an excuse to get these things operating properly. Pain. I can't say I didn't have these set up for a reason, but at the same time, it's kind of annoying. So we'll deconstruct these. Yeah. I like the idea, but it didn't work. And these got hot quick. Like, way quicker than I needed them to. I could have sworn it would work the other day. So I'll have to have more auto miners. This is gonna be a whole project, isn't it? This is just for cows. This is a completely a vanity project. I can't think of any good use for these. Because they do they treat natural gas, 10 kg a cycle when properly fed. But they had to be in chlorine. That's a lot of natural gas, but how do you utilize it and keep these things alive? That's a whole project. Six cycles on that. We was from big for gas just for this reason. I think we'll be okay, but still. That's a lot of gas. There's got like 1,000,000 kcals of meat, just raw meat. One day I'll get through it, right, Stinky? Right? Spoiler, probably not. So I probably need more cooks for that, but Maybe if I had like 24 duplicates, then you know I could justify an extra cook. Well, I mean, we've already got one station. What do they want from me, right? Could also be working towards giving everybody their own private room. We'll get to it. Now I'd like to look at the gassy menu. How do I utilize you? Alright, poison breaker pot. Some nutrient bars. How much sediment rock do we have left? We're almost out. I know it says 61 tons, but that's not a lot. So we'll be feeding them. We're in trouble. We'll eat sediment and granite. We have a lot of granite. We're gonna add sandstone to that, couldn't we? Let's see, we want stone hatches up there. This would be the grass hatches. As we ran out of granite, we could get them igneous or iron ore. We have way too much iron ore. So they're not gonna starve, but ideally you want to give them sediment because it's like the most useless. Well, it's not useless. It's just it does the same thing Mafic Rock does. So Mafic Rock kind of replaces it. Like, let's say if I wanted to build a tile, right? So you've got a sediment, which is thermally reactive. You got Mafic Rock, which is thermally reactive. So there's no real point to keep the sediment around. I think Catalina here is trying to boil my base. You know what, I'll allow it. Not that big of a deal. Once I clear this out once, then they don't have to do it again. So unless you somehow manage to injure a duplicate, that's what I'm really worried about. But it's kind of weird if you put this in perspective. These guys are only the size of like 2 blenders. They're about 90 pounds. So you've got a normal human running on a project to destroy the world. You got a Meemaw running in there. Fully powered up. She's as powerful as you can get, trying to stop him. Cleaning up the asteroid. A very necessary job. It's very nice not to have my game choking because of lag. Look at her go. Go check on the rest of my colony, see what's going on. It's nice to have this back all mealed. This is 27.4, 24.6, 26. Well, we're just fighting against the electrolyzer now. As long as we don't touch this hydrogen thing, it won't bust anything up. I just gotta watch it. It's filling back up with water, which is good. It's very funny to see this growing again. It may seem silly, but it's good to see again. What are you down to? 279.2. So it's down about 20 degrees. It'll fix, it just takes a minute. I shouldn't have messed up in the first place, but this game is what it is. I will say when this gets cold, we'll have a little excavation trip. Which honestly will probably translate to me just taking this all, depending on how cold it is, emptying it out, and I'll just make another one of these probably over here. Keep it simple, right? I'll probably just drop a window tile here, do another door there. That's the current plan. If I'm feeling mean, I'll just peel away the abyssalite. Because this one's cold, but if these get cold, I can always just peel away the abyssalite a little bit. And then just have that heat. Probably shouldn't though. We still got thousands of degrees. It's kind of weird if you were paying attention to this lava. Started out as like one little vacuum. And it's slowly just kind of repelling itself. By doing it this way where it's self-cooled, you're not really messing with anything else in the environment. So that's kind of nice. I feel like if I start another asteroid, I've learned a lot how to make this game work really well. I probably wouldn't have long commutes again. But. So this overpressurizes at, I guess, 10 kg about. So that's the thing. But I've learned a lot from my doing all this. Sure, my next asteroid would be a lot more orderly. Oh, would you look at that? I need to start getting this out. I'm gonna have to find a way to melt this too. Or liquefy it, rather. I'll just dump all this out and see how it looks. I might have to make another little liquefier to keep this gas grass going. Can't put it above my things, so I'll maybe put it here. I don't know yet. The air pressure on the gas grass has to be about 150, I think. So 150 G minimum, so we're not looking at huge deals of things. Come on, don't be shy. Why don't I just thought this here? Just gonna see how it goes. Each one of these is about 500. So if it just needs to be 150, this might be enough. Here comes the green. Some milligrams out here. Yeah, I think it'll be enough. My favorite saving mechanic is doing this thing. Yeah, that should be more than enough. Yeah, slowly filling it out. So chlorine liquefies at you get it down to -30. It's not that bad, but see, the trick is you can't have you got liquid chlorine pumping in here. You don't want to have this liquefied too. Yeah, that's enough for everything around. Some omelet. I really like this one, but not a real one. Plus, he has a small bladder. We don't like bladders. Nobody needs a bladder. With our just so system, just throw it out. Nobody needs it. The thing is, you need enough chlorine to there's negative 500 things every cycle. Oh, you know what? I messed up. Oh, no, I didn't. Yeah, I'm fine. What I could do, I could Filter out the chlorine. Basically just building another one of these boxes. We've already done that. The thing is, aqua tuners take a lot of power. This thing's a power hog. Big old power hog. That's my rocket thing. 3 cycles. Knowing me, I'll forget, so we're gonna open it up. Let's see. So yeah, I need a little liquefying thing down here. It looks like I also need sunlight to set that up. And that's certainly not going to be done in an hour or two. So I wonder who else would be a good astronaut. I'll see something. So Ellie can't do it because he's a yokel. So if you ever want an astronaut, they can't be yokels. So that's a mistake I made. I don't think technically do it. I'm assuming she does after she gets enough points. Well, Gossman, I guess, okay. I guess you're not only an animal lover, you're gonna be my next rocket lady. I'll let you get a few more skill points first. So we don't have to build a rocket yet. Unless I see somebody come in on that printer with like a really big acclamation for rocket using. Which that would mean to have the science and operating and suit wearing traits. And that's what you're looking for with that. If you think about it, Gossman and Nails are recolors of each other. So, that's kind of a thing. So I basically have Gossman and Punish Gossman going on rocket trips for excavation. No, why can't I have Son do it? Well, you like astronomy. Could make you do it. You certainly could handle it. So he likes research. So he does kind of get a morale bonus. You have to mine out the asteroid. What's left of mine, right? His job is digging. So if everything is dug out, I don't need him doing that anymore. So it might be Hassan and Nail. That could work too. It depends. It would be kind of fitting. Hassan has dug out the entire asteroid. So he seeks out new asteroids to dig. Nothing can stop him. That'd be kind of a funny ending for him, wouldn't it? Hassan, you want to go to outer space to dig more things? Maybe I should give up on the whole natural tiles and just mine everything we've done with it. Truly. Just mine all the resources. And this will cause problems eventually. Yeah, we can go ahead and mine this. Hold on. Shave off the top layer first. That'll reduce the amount of water that we're going to deal with. How hot was that? Not too bad. Boy, it sure is good to have a room full of chlorine, isn't it? Yeah, I kind of like the idea of Hassan going to mine other worlds. He might be my next rocket guy. So if you wanted an aftermath thing, had Lena decided she would keep the colony clean and carry on Mima's legacy. Ellie was happy just being the plumber and playing Mario games afterwards. Gossman was happy just to be around animals and just help out. Hassan decided he needed to dig more. Super duper hard digging wasn't enough. He had to mine entire asteroids. So we're going to mine the entire galaxy. So he might be my next rocket man. Just for the sheer absurdity of it. He mined the entire asteroid by himself. He has more asteroids to mine. Jean will take her farming techniques to the next level and grow a mealwood that eats duplicates. Liam creates the bonsai tree, and then he sells the bonsai tree as a traveling merchant. May takes after Ren, becomes his assistant, and helps him do things. Also, if you put a hat on this duplicate, he looks bald, so just be aware of that. Meat becomes the Phantom of the Opera and enjoys animals because they don't think he's ugly. Nails is impressed by Hassan's urge to excavate everything in the galaxy, so she works with him to do so. Nisbet falls in love with Ren, even though she's the yokel. She doesn't understand the electrical engineering. She's happy to be around animals. Otto misses his grandma, Mima, so he carries on science in her honor. Ren takes care of Nisbet and runs the colony, while Otto is mourning. And Stinky permanently smells like McDonald's, so everyone both likes and dislikes him. But he makes food that makes everyone sick, and that's really all you could really ask for. No, really, why do people get sick from his food? I refuse to believe he's doing anything wrong. Like, this has a single germ of food poisoning. Is that what the problem is? You got 5 germs of food poisoning. So I'm not sure why some of this stuff has food poisoning. I guess as he cooks through it all, you know, it'll eventually go away. Oops. So maybe that's it. I don't see why they get mad about having stale pickled meal. This is 1 germ This has one germ. Why? It's very silly. So somebody will consume that one germ and hate the entire meal because of it. So is there like polluted oxygen in here? Yeah. For some reason there's a lot of it. But why? What is this? Why is this here? The carbon dioxide, I can understand that's from duplicates breathing. I guess I could put a deodorizer there. Will that help? Yeah, I agree. Make a deodorizer out of iso resin. That seems like a waste, but you know. Weirder things have happened. I wonder how you get enough wood to keep this running for a while. Just putting petroleum in here seems like a waste. Especially when you can like launch rockets with it. He's probably chasing the iron. I guess I could put a space skimmers though. Like on here. Not gonna be a thing. How tall is this? What a pain in the butt. I'll sort this out eventually, I'm sure. I had no plan going into this. I mean, I guess. If I don't need these, I could just put a space scanner on here and be done with it. Or I could put it here, actually. Can I get away with that? Yeah, I think I could, actually. I could put up a space scanner here. And just run these across. And just build another layer. I'll figure something out. To build more. Build. Oh, this one covers water. If I put one here, we got predators. A bristleberry. That food is always nice. Stuff I gotta sell that I take out on my direct areas, but we can get more from the pod. No big deal. Food randomly declining. Oh, we got this going back again. I know about that. Ooh, got gas again. Never got tofu really, or curry begins going, but not really that big of a deal. Tofu was, I mean, we got nosh beans and we got water, but why, you know? This kind of gets rid of some of the polluted air, because eventually it'll kind of crawl over. Space mission complete. That means... here she comes. I've already got an automatic conveyor. So I've got another line down here because I know eventually I'm going to make a hydrogen rocket. And I'll have that go on. But I lost my big pilot. So I gotta figure that out at some point. Once you've discovered everything, use all the research modules. Basically, all these rockets are for is for getting resources. I'll slime off gassing as it goes through. Why can't you get food, champ? Goes down. Here's it off. And nope, I don't want to be here. Nope, nope, nope. So much nope. I'll just refuel her rocket. So we got a bit of resources on there. Catalina is now 19 athletics. Watch this. Hey, what are you doing? Considering how much food I have in this colony, I have no idea what you're doing. Oh, Lord May, what are you doing? Hold on. Why can't you leave? It appears I have dirt here. So I have two options. I can dig that out. We can also make another line of mafic rock. Think that'll solve it? Should probably have the priority on this dig. I mean, Assad will come and do it anyway. He loves to do it. There's nothing worse. May, are you pooping in space? So I think when she comes back, I think that's going to cause a polluted water mess here. I think. So we'll see. Yeah. So we'll clean that up. I don't think that'll break the seal. Maybe. I do know eventually this polluted oxygen will fix itself. I don't trust it. You always want to leave a space so it doesn't break your seal. But polluted water, it off gases, so it'll eventually get polluted oxygen. So that'll self-fix. That's not really that big of a deal. Well, it is a big deal. I'm not turning this off. Again, it's kind of my fault. Still, I shouldn't be doing that. Don't want to get distracted. So my question is, how did dirt get there? It wasn't just a tile of dirt, it was 2 tiles. Now, I know from experience that algae or slime, it'll turn into dirt when if it's too hot. So what I think happened is some of the stuff we just got off the thing, I think it's solidified. If you look at where that dirt was, it was right here. So if I look at my slime, maybe a little bit algae. You know, some of it made it. I'm guessing this thing a little hot. Which we've had a few trips, so that's not normal. Doesn't usually happen. It happened this time. Maybe we're getting lunch. So that's weird, but just what happens. So this polluted water. It will eventually evaporate. Not that big of a deal. I do want to get rid of this. Now there is normal water there. See, the polluted water is gone. I think if we not put this water, it'll be okay. Question mark? Yeah, maybe that'll be fine. Looks like Catalina was going to sleep, so we'll find out later. Not the end of the world if something like that happens. Could I have foreseen that the slime and algae would turn into dirt on its way down? Not reasonably. But it was okay. So this will do things. Of course, these will be production panels, won't they? Which means I've got to refiddle around with the things. We'll get it figured out. No big deal. Having a bunch of random pipes floating in space is certainly no danger to rockets. Check my coal. Yep, we're still fine. So we use coal sometimes, but it's not really hindering our input or output. On the 270, it's slowly fixing itself. Kind of a shame it messed up in the first place, but we got an overheated building. This game sure does love its causing its own problems. Would run some water through that. Name of the game. Some people will make things work in sandbox and be like, oh yeah, it works forever. That's not how the game works when you really play it. This is how it works when you really play it. Everything breaks constantly for no reason. But my this has worked properly for a while. This entire setup. Cooling this off with the cool steam vent was kind of a big smart on my part. And this ventilation system worked out. So everything just kind of from the electrolyzer that makes our hydrogen for our rocket. Just kind of spreads it out. Part of me wants to make this a little bit wider so it kind of evens out throughout the asteroid. What I was really concerned about was the middle. I figured if I had this evenly dispersed, that would be enough. And I had this out for apartments. If they're done building things. No, they're not. Let them finish building this, and then I'll put it in the piping later. Overheated. Yep, you are certainly overheated, aren't you? Here comes the water. You need some H2O. Here it comes, buddy. You're only 100 degrees and climbing. Oh, you broke. Poor shame. So, funnily enough, we actually ran out of iron, I think. Which is something I never foresaw happening. Wing, wing. Guess we'll take some sand. So this will be... well... yeah, we're fine. Make a little bit more steel. We do want to sweep up this ice, though. They're doing their best. They're trying to make it work. See, I also want to pull a little bit of water out. I'll cool it off just enough to try it again. And very slowly it cools everything off. It's okay. What about this too? I like to put stuff out near the edge of there. We got a bunch of oil. See, if I can figure out a way to sleep with these eggshells without sweeping up the fish eggs, that'd be nice. Because over time, we've got a lot of eggshells kind of accumulating in here. But it works out. Bodies of water with fish in it. How shocking and surprising. Now it's out to 10 degrees. Because we've got water running through it. It all worked out. We do get iron from these asteroids. It's not really that big of a deal. Except for this one little spot here. No coverage for. Which is kind of funny. It blocks the solar panels a little bit, but I can't be bothered with it. Look at Hassan go. He's definitely doing things. Yeah, another day, you know, off stream, I'll finish this thing up. This will eventually be my moo area. We'll have the gas grass growing in here. I'll try to set it up so the cows make the natural gas up here, and I'll figure out a way to tie that into my generators. It won't be a perfect science, but you know, I filter all the chlorine back in here. But I've got to use insulated pipes so my chlorine doesn't freeze my gas chlorine. So that'll be fun, but that's going to take quite a while to do, I think. But we will make it work. And iron just keeps coming in through the meteors, so it's not that big of a deal. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. I don't know why the sun lamps didn't work through the mesh tiles. That's really unusual. That can't be intentional. Because mesh tiles, well, I guess this one specifically says it allows light and decor to pass through. This does not extract liquid or gas. Yeah. But you can clearly see. Light is clearly getting through this. I don't know. Video games. It's like, why does this work? But I don't know. Video games are weird sometimes. Just the quirks of the game. Yeah, I got a new blueprint one. So we got our first one to 30 minutes in. Second one in about 40 minutes after that. Next one, 50 minutes. So let's see, in 10 minutes we'll sleep at 60 minutes. Maybe it's just 3 per day, I don't really know. Kinda curious about it though now. I'm gonna grab some more chlorine. Just because. We've got oxygen up at the top, but it's so thick. It should be okay. So we got 1,000 kind of running all the way across, right? I think we'll make bedrooms before we really... Because we got the grass seeds. But even though Mima is gone, life will go on. Alright, so the aftermath. It was Spore. Like, after I finished streaming Spore, I made a bunch of, I uplifted a bunch of, animals so they would be space colonies. And they all went to war with each other. So I have, like, 14, I think, different, alien colonies. They've all got, like, a handful of, like, 4 or 5 planets, but they're all going to war with each other constantly. And they're asking me for help because I have left it to them. It's like, good grief. So going now it's on 6-7, so we'll be fine. Let's get about full now. So we got some polluted water waiting in the wings. That'll eventually hit. I do kind of need to get it out of here. No, I cannot think of any other way to do it. This auto has tons of nice little animals to play with. Good cuddle pipsqueak. This was really designed to kind of keep this a little bit hot. Turned out that wasn't really necessary. So we're at 23 degrees, 25 degrees, 26 degrees. Good timing, save game machine. Yeah, I don't want this to end. See, if I replant this with a thing, because it's 33 degrees, I can grow a thing again. Yeah, like 174 reed fibers here, 163 there. These things take 2 a piece. I don't want to make all the rooms out of carpet. Let's go ahead and make another door. And that'd be a right now project, but you know. I want 3 of, didn't I? Well. And I want to cross. I guess we can use some of the yellow drywall. As is Stuma Slice. I don't know when I got that, did I? Also put that new stuff here. Don't know when I got it. Oops. Maybe don't do that. Good to see, no matter how long I play this game, my accuracy is still the same it always was. Put yellow here. I will get to see what those look like. We'll give the bedrooms to everybody at some point. To a luxury bed. Do a cot here. Because I do like the way the comfy beds look. Some tofu. Yay. We'll do 2. Put yours here. And yours here. And we'll put yours. Oh, I can't see anything. And we'll do this. Gotta mix it up, I guess. So that's what the yellow looks like. That's certainly a thing. Don't think they can get up here, can they? No. We'll extend the ladder. Looks like I'm gonna need my Dracos back, aren't I? That's alright. No big deal. Question is, who do I put in every room? Having Otto and Ren having first dibs kind of makes sense because they've been the original ones. I don't know. Having the new drywalls though does kind of give me a little creative freedom on that. I'll kind of look at the room and I'll just kind of guess. I'm going to give everyone a room, you know, sooner than later. That'll just be something I'm doing. Kind of just for fun. I get like +1 morale. Probably eventually what I'll do is I'll chew up the barracks I have down there and just make those into 2 private bedrooms. There we go for somebody. When did I get this Satsuma slice? I didn't have that last time I played. I can give that to Stinky, I guess. If that's food. Or actually, I guess maybe that would make more sense to give him the mush bar print. I don't know. Who would be happy with the pastel yellow? A soothing yellow wallpaper. Don't really know. I'll throw somebody in there, but I don't know who it is yet. Check my rocket. I haven't done it in a while. 9 cycles. I like making the carpet things. Hassan is now 16 construction. What a champion. I do want to keep them all from looking exactly the same though, room-wise. Let's make this little spot here. Make it for the duplicates. Air will come down through the vents. And everyone should be taken care of. So what kind of painting are we going to get this time, sir? Ta-da! That one's called Girl with a Blue Scarf. This might be a good one for Ellie, I think. We'll see though. That's kind of funny. It's the ultimate staring contest. I just want to go to bed, man. I'll guard my bed. Now, if the duplicates knew it was on the other side of the portals here, they probably have a sightseeing module to take 2 people with them. So like I was saying earlier, you know, these duplicates are the size of 2 blenders and they're 90 pounds. So you stack 2 blenders on top of each other. You know, they're not really that big. Which means the stuff they're breaking up, this asteroid also isn't that big. But you figure with those one size fits all blasters they have, they'd probably blast through a you know, laboratory and be like, "Don't do it! You're going to destroy the world. We're here to save you." And I'd be like, "Smurfs!" I'm like, "No, we're off-brand." Look at her go. I know we're on fast speed, but look at her go. It doesn't say how much they weigh. Yeah, it does. Mass of 30 kg. So 30 kg in pounds. Oh, it's not even 90. It's 66 pounds. They're lighter than I thought they were. So yeah, they're 66 pounds. Or basically 70 pounds. Maybe you've wondered how big these duplicates were. So they're the size of 2 blenders and they're 70 pounds. There are dogs that are bigger than these things. So you know what? They can build monuments. So if you think about this monument, you know, this is a cell phone just kind of for, you know, in a teapot. If you think about it, you know, there's an old phone. Like a straight brick, right? So this would be human size, I guess. So this would be the size of an actual human, right? Yeah, that sounds about right. Everything else is kind of miniature. So this makes just enough you know, coal and gold. Get it sorted out. So it's a civilization on a tiny, tiny scale. Oh yeah, this is the most important building of the game. Electrolyzer, gas pump, fuel rocket, radiant coral tear. That's all you need to do to win. This thing is kind of a thing too. It's not hard, you have to follow its rules. It's just weird. Like when I set up the chlorine thing, I don't want that liquid to stop moving because I don't want it to like mess up the pipes. So I'll have a liquid reservoir. I kind of have the same setup. See, this is a... can't really see it very well. But there's a... how do I explain this? So this goes in here, right? There's liquid... it says it's like liquid pipe. But there's no pipe. This is connected. This is doing its own thing. There's no pipe in the middle here. Even though it looks like there is. Yeah. But there's a pipe there and there's a pipe there. This goes out. And this kind of keeps things circulating. Like, I guess it's expected I have more super coolant in here than I do. But that's not realistic for an actual game. Like, I think the person that made this just like filled a device with super coolant and was like, okay, this is perfect, this is how you do it. That's not really applicable to an actual game. But the machine does work in theory. And it worked good enough. It got the job done. So A+ there. Took me a while to get the super coolant for it though. And all I did was have this machine. I think you saw me do it. So you know what I mean. This is slowly accumulating. So by the time Gosman gets enough skill points, or if I decide to send Hassan to dig in other worlds, he'll handle that. I could have her collect the new regolith, but that's not really the point. I'm trying to get her to clean the places like this. It's like this, where you're not going to have anymore. Yeah, we'll leave that alone for now. I'll go ahead and deconstruct that letter. He was all ready to go to that canvas. He was like, nope. This is kind of funny. I like that. So I'm not sure what a Satsuma is. Is this a leaf? What is a Satsuma? Satsuma. Satsuma orange tree. Satsuma mandarin. So mandarin oranges. You in my colony would like oranges. Interesting. Let's see what he thinks. What I'm gonna do is I'll just, keep making. It's probably gonna be like an apartment complex, just all the way up. He does like the composition of 3 colors. Some copper. If I was actually looking for more duplicates, I'd probably be more critical, but I've got everyone I need. Because if I bring back Mima in my storyline, that means she failed and she came back to us. So I kind of don't want to do that. Oh no, food has decayed. Whatever shall we do? Well, this is really satisfying. The only thing that I don't really like is this machine breaking and messing up. It was 260 now. It's fixing itself. I just don't like that it messed up in the first place. There's some ice here for some reason. There's some more ice. See, if I can get this liquid chlorine, you know, up there to feed those gas grass plants, I can be on to something. I'll definitely have to build insulated pipes. As you can see from this machine, all these pipes are radiant. Oh, hold on, let me show you what I got going on. So for some reason you decide you want to try fidgeting with this. Like, this is all radiant, right? And then you got insulated everywhere else, except for like these spots that makes sense for some reason, question mark. You know, it just works. Yes, you move. Even if we took care of them, they don't lay eggs. They just kind of exist. All they do is you pull them out from space and they just make a ton of natural gas. Well, you just don't get to see them very often. So, I want to show you what they look like. Where Mima's rocket once stood, now there's just a gassy moo. Just kind of hanging out. Remembering the Mima. I like the idea of it. But I think the first ones you get are kind of destined to go down because you get the grass seeds and the moose at the same time. So unless you're like right on it, there's no way you'd have the resources to take care of these. But if you were... Oh, whoops. I never turned that off, did I? Alright. Calm down, Beavis. Where are you at? So we do have a little bit of oxygen in here. Don't know why you don't want oxygen in this game, but we have it. Oh, it all really came up here, didn't it? Okay, so this is kind of pushing on it pretty hard. So when somebody goes in here to plant the gas grass, that'll push it out. Well, I did what I wanted to do, so that works. That's why we used a high pressure vent. So I wanted to make sure I was stocked full of chlorine. It was all hot. So when we get the cold stuff in here, even though it's to be insulated, it should be okay. We do not want to melt our or liquefy our chlorine. I'll make another room up top. To say that's the thing, I don't really know How will I get the moo cows to feed on the stuff? I guess I could pop this open. I can kind of extend this a little bit. Have the cows go down here. Like, hear me out. Like, I won't be able to do this one because I have these wires in the way. I don't even know if I'll need that, but I put it in there just in case. But I could put more tiles here, right? Kind of like a tube where, you know, the gas cows can go in here and get the stuff. And then I could just have the gassy moos up here. Kind of a secondary spot. This is the gas tank smell. It won't matter. If I can catch it with a gas pump, that'd be kind of cool, but it won't actually like matter. But how do I make sure the chlorine stays down here? If you look at chlorine and natural gas kind of going together, like the natural gas stays on top, so we can keep chlorine down if we don't harvest natural gas. So it can work. And I put enough of there in there too, so it's you know, a thing. Because natural gas sits on top of chlorine. Check the cow again. So this I think it'll be okay in natural gas. It's obviously okay in the vacuum of space. I don't think gas is going to poison it. That wouldn't make sense. I'm going to do this. That's a question for another time. I'll figure it out. All I need to do first is make sure I can get gas growing. Which means I'll make a little machine down here and pump the liquid chlorine into the little pipes. A little liquid reservoir down here at the bottom, I guess. And have a cycle back around. Or I could have a cycle back down here and kind of re-go through the machine. That could work too. But that takes a lot of power. If you look at our batteries, well, when it's morning, we're fine. Well, if this magma machine wasn't messing up, that would be power. So we're getting back a little bit. It's already down to 259. And I could make this more super coolant at some point. This will heat up the area too. That's the thing. No, we'll fill this up and we'll finally have cooling this time. So the last time I tried this, it made everything really, really hot. Also, I'm counting on it to make these thimble reeds grow. So we'll get there. Almost 24, almost 26. There's that. Worst case scenario, I'll just replant the wart seeds. But I also need Draco in here to eat those mealwoods. We'll figure it out. Because for some reason I can't figure out what else to do. Come on, Jim. This isn't a vacuum, it's just a thing. I'm going to turn it off. Yeah, I think we need to open this door too. We need more salt water. Simple as can be. Our water cooling system will have to struggle for a bit, but it's the way it has to be. Life finds a way. I thought for sure it'd pull the polluted water in, but I guess it didn't. Now we go get to it. At some point. So yeah, I could pull the polluted water out of here and just dump it somewhere else. I think we'll be okay. And this is kind of annoying, but it's not a big of a deal. Yeah, I like how the supercoolants over time has just got more separated. Like 4 random globules, like these are still together. The other ones aren't. That's kind of funny. Yeah, we can do hatchlings. I'm not gonna be able to really do anything with them, but you know, it's nice. I think they can eat aluminum. That might keep them alive. A little bit of coal out of that. I'm not really worried about what they eat there. Bon appetit, I say. So this room is done. So who would enjoy a yellow room? Are we going by seniority? Because we'll get them all a room at some point. This would be Jean or Hassan. I'll give this to Hassan. You've done a lot for the colony. I can appreciate that. I'll give this to Jean. She's always had kind of an Asian feel to her. And these are mandarin slices, looks like. So it would make sense. So we got Hassan after all this time. He finally got his own private bedroom. Had a drink. Abracadabra. So Hassan kind of gets a happy ending. He's got his own bed finally. People who build together both get special beds. 2.5 cycles on the rocket. I need to open those doors now. And again, the only reason I have this weird design so they can get up through here if they so needed to. Now that I have all these doors and all this other crap, you know, it's kind of a bit harder for that. But if we needed to get up here for some reason, they have the ability to. So I guess they only give you 3 per day on the sunlock. Because it's just been a while. That's okay. All the guys are getting beds. All the girls are stuck in the luxury barracks. Except for Jane, she'll get out here. What are these? Lux Bladder. Napoleon Bonaparte. That works. Largest Mermaid kind of thinks it's funny. It's a very silly painting, I like it. Hey Gene, you work in the manure. Is it Napoleon Bonaparte funny to have in your room? I think it's funny. It just works. I could make this the truly amusing thing. I don't really mind it that much. Then when I get a Gene out here, I can put Gossman in the girls section. So it kind of works out. How long, guys? 2 more rooms. 2 more blocks. I think that does get our seniority into the private bedrooms. Then we'll do Meep and Ellie next. And Nisbet. But that'll be for another day. Assuming I get free time, you know. You've done a lot of hard work, sir. I appreciate you. I will say that this has worked for a very long time. So if this is done to include air, I guess we could turn this off for a while. Let the polluted water accumulate. Save some sand, you know. And energy. That kind of deal. Maybe I gave you some ideas for your colony. That's new. Mima helps build this entire thing. Without Mima, we would have never gotten where we are today. So thank you, Mima. Put Gene in here. That means we can get Gossman out of the boys section. And there's our girls. And I got 3 guys left up here. This is the way it ended up. When I first started, I mainly hired male duplicates. That's just the way it was. You know, I could put another bedroom right here. Well, that kind of interferes with the vertical one tunnel. So maybe I shouldn't. Yeah, this kind of fits Gene. With the Satsuma slices. It's also a good, I could also put Bay in there. Assuming I get one in the universe strikes at the right time. Hey, this would be the great duplicate for this area. I can make a room with the like wedges and stuff. I don't know if I'd even like that though. Like if somebody gave me a room with like H2O wedges, I'd be like, oh, okay, great, thanks. Yeah, this is it. And for a little bit more time, because I'll see if the blueprints work out. This will be the last time I stream this for the game. The asteroid's definitely going to continue in my own free time. But I've shown you everything I could really show you. You know? There I showed you the gassy moo. Very rare creature. Oh, he's back. Very, very rare to see. Showed you the escape imperative cutscene, which is 1.1% completed. I've shown you all the cool stuff I can. It's all thanks to Mima. Ren and Otto definitely didn't do anything. These lazy bums. But everyone had their part. Ren built this place, Otto did the science for it, Hassan mined out the entire asteroid by himself, and Jean kept us alive with the food and mealwood and bristle blossoms and everything. Only till recently that Liam started helping her. But Mima, ran all of our operations and everything else. Now we got everyone else just kind of hanging out, doing the good stuff. Go team games. See, even in his free time, he mines everything. He straight up mined all those asteroids. There was nothing that would make him happier than to be a rocket man and just do an excavation. Him and Nails, they're gonna be my big excavators, I think. Now I gotta figure out where to send them and how many excavate or what do you call them? As soon as this thing stops, I'll look at the menu. Storage, crate, shipping containers, I think. Cargo bays. So what I think I'll do is get some. No idea. I think I'll stack as many cargo bays as I can on a hydrogen rocket. I'm gonna just pop these things. Oh, that'd be kind of cool. Because now that Hassan has mined the entire asteroid, his urge to mine has not subsided. He wishes to mine everything and anything. The world is one giant place for him to mine. And this oxygen is in here going, use me! Use me! I don't know. I'm being a bit silly, but you get the point, right? Current rocket's about to come back. So what I think I'll do is, just in case this causes problems again, we can make another set of ladders here. Let's just make a stairway. No. So if something happens, we can just have him walk across here. We don't need a repeat of that events. Space mission complete. We didn't get anything special, but it looks like she wants out. Nails has earned a skill point. Good job, Jill. Well, my question is, why did you turn to dirt? Because I'll start refueling while this is this time we'll check. Now that we know the evil that lays within. Some hot algae. Look at all that. To see, it's coming off at 17. I guess when it's hitting this, see, I think the slime is off-gassing. Because look at the, yeah, see how it's off-gassing a little bit? And that's causing, everything else to kind of share, you know, things with it. So I guess I just got really unlucky. And I was like, okay. We got produce. It's almost like Mima's still with us. That's kind of what... If you remember, Mima used to be our artist. So this is like dark Mima. So... she'd be all broken. She'd be like, oh, I'm still creative, I'm still science. That would just hurt my feelings. No, Mima is as powerful as she ever was. She went off to save the world. That is what happened. And I don't get my feelings hurt by looking at that. Mima's still with us in some way. Mima is our hero. I'm going to turn this off. And we know Nails went back to the rocket because we're at 12 population. So we still have 5,000 resources. So we can definitely use more algae and slime. What we need to be doing is getting sediment with the rock too. So I definitely need to get my gear on that one. When I do a hydrogen rocket, I probably need to get sediment with it. A lot of it. Yeah, this is the aftermath. There we go. So we got a bunch of random junk down there, don't I? Everything nice and cool? Everyone blue? Oh, you're yellow. We do not need that in this colony. Pour some water on that. That puff's just kind of hanging around. Very good. Very precious. Well, you could give someone a red room. How much plastic do we have? Yeah, I need to fix my Draco problem before I can make more of these bedrooms. That's what I think happened. I think over time they kept putting more Draco eggs. I had those on omelet makers. So my glossy Dracos over time laid the wrong type of eggs and paid for it. So now they are extinct. Which, well, I mean, don't lay the wrong kind of eggs. So this has been off for a while. So I wonder what that is. So we got this kind of cascading effect. Oh, you got one with their servitor. You see, they're always unhappy with what they make. And why? Well, she was happy. Okay, that's good. It's like they purposely picked up one with food poisoning. Why it still has food poisoning? I don't know video games. You know when you do something twice and it has food poisoning, that's kind of odd. Why is there a random slime over here? The most of chlorine now. This was a 5 kg. This game is just weird sometimes. But it is okay, that's why I like it. It makes you think. We're down to 250. I think they're still trying ever so hard to get this to work. Oh, look at that. Remember how we had like 4 magmas there? And I got like 5 blocks of vacuum. So even though we're not doing anything with it, it's all solidifying. And we've just been waiting for the temperature to go down. And we haven't done anything. Well, this magma's all gone now. All the igneous rock. Game just said, nope, no more magma for you. Which is okay, because if you look at the asteroids that come in are about 400 degrees. Magma is like the only thing in this game that can really hurt a duplicate. Unless they're being attacked by like an animal or something, which is rare. Yep, let's do this best. Yeah, see how these two are. If you had one, I think you might be out of luck. But these kind of fix itself. Like, as long as they're putting in the effort, eventually will fix itself. And for me, that means I gotta rely on coal power a little bit while they figure out their arms for their elbows. Why am I still coughing? I haven't been sick in a while. Probably what I should do is I should probably turn on these gas pumps. The rest of this hydrogen. Yeah. I think it's gonna be about here. I think I'll turn this back on. There's not enough for the thing, you know. Otto sure likes his dirt. Oh yeah, fresh dirt. Yeah, it's cold now, so we turn this off. I mean, even though I just left it on, I think it wouldn't really matter. Because this thing erupts so much. It's like every 60 or 70 cycles. It's active for 45 cycles. It's a non-issue. Look at this being all clean. I think I noticed, did you? I definitely noticed. Look how clean that is. I'm not being sarcastic. That's much cleaner than I've seen it in a long time. Yeah, I might just abandon the natural reserve thing. It'd be kind of cool if they made like some sort of ice plant. Like ice meal would. Oh, we can kind of do something about it. And they say that pine bugs will eventually mutate into something fancy. I've had these two farms for quite a while. I have not seen it. So take from that what you will. Yeah, I think this is kind of wrapping up. We've spent about 600 cycles together, and it pleased me greatly to kind of show you my world. And you kind of got to walk with me as some of my brilliant ideas kind of fell apart. But, you know, this is coming out now. You know, 18 degrees, 18 degrees, 17 degrees. You know, we're making progress. So we're cooling off things as it comes. So you know, it's working. Well, eventually the water coming in here will eventually cool this poor beast off. We're 125 now. And when that happens, I can kind of get back in here and kind of reset this. And we finally found a use for chlorine with the gassy news. The elevator never broke, which was kind of amazing. I kind of omeletted all my Dracos on accident, which was bound to happen when you look at them. I mean, this is funny, I guess. I found a way to get this to work out, such a thing. The Baku are way more numerous than I ever expected. Never found a use for this water geyser. I got this natural reserve to kind of work again. This kind of ended up being a heat buffer more than anything else. And this keeps my rusty oxidizer going. The pit population exploded into cuddle pips, which I think is very cute. I've sealed off this volcano, which I'll have to deal with one day. Maybe 1,000 cycles from now. This water was always stable. They say you get kind of more in surplus, but as far as I've noticed, it just turns into polluted oxygen. Just my take on it. But I've never ran out of water, so that's a thing. I'm sure our kitchen buddy here has been very useful. And good morale for everybody. Everything just kind of worked out. I'm very happy with the save. I'm happy Mima's journey wasn't in vain. Looks like we were getting a happy ending. You know. Freddy Pod just loves giving us food. Bathrooms never failed. Everything's a nice comfy temperature, nice and green all the way around. Bedrooms are nice and cold, which I personally like a cold bedroom. I don't know about you, but I like that. It's just a basic thing. You just put the water in, and then the water comes out. Nothing too special. And a very rudimentary hospital which you never really use. I had to force using it. I like the tiles. I like this great hall. Turned out to be kind of useless, you know, with the lights and everything. I thought it would make them eat faster, but I didn't really notice a difference. But you know, if you're going to be in the dark all the time, don't you want at least one spot that has light? Like, you figure these duplicates are always in the dark, right? Look at this big guy. we got a little dance room. We got a little playroom. Got a bunch of little toys for space. The monument right there going, hey, yeah, good job. I think I did these duplicates right. You know, little cool things. They have the little transit tubes. And if they bring back a neuro facilitator things, we can play with that. Buff everybody. But they seem to be very rare. I don't know if there's a limited amount of them or not. I'm gonna be frank, I really don't care. If I get them, I get them. If I don't, I don't. This is kind of really fun to set up. Glad that worked out. Oh yeah, lever. I like the idea of that, but that was very resource extensive. And this was kind of cool. You know, set up another power transformer somewhere-ish, I guess. And I'll run that out there. Yasmin's out levels +7. Well, yeah, this is an event. Had a lot of fun doing this. Thank you for watching. I know this series has been kind of cursed. I'm always either sick or something's gone wrong or something, but I enjoyed it. This is still my relax game. I made this little mechanical surfboard. This somehow still works despite being neck deep in water. I need to kind of turn this to petroleum and get this out of here. This is going to be the only way. That way I can get the water out here into this cold area. Kind of freeze it. I need to do that. This kind of tickles me. It's still... everything's running fine. You don't even care, like neck deep in water. Building flooded. Nope. No one cares. This will fix itself at some point. My own personal design. I'm not a very efficient person, but I got this all set up. Now is just me guessing. I figured if I put everything on the outside, it'll be okay, and it was. Solar panels aren't perfect, but I thought that was kind of the best setup for what I saw online. And this I'm still playing with. That's kind of half the fun of the game, you know, kind of making your own thing. We never did get more blueprints, so I guess 3 is kind of what you get per play session. If that's what you're into. I really don't get it. It's a single player game. If I want to play the game, which I will, I'm already going to be playing it. Why are you doing that? Well, they're experimenting with it, you know. It's cool they're trying new things. So got little things here I can still play with. But it's a naturally cold spot. I don't know why it's so cold here. There's still a lot of things I can do. I've got like, I forgot how to use for carbon dioxide, hot polluted oxygen. And I got a copper volcano here I can mess with. This area is separate from everything else, so I can certainly mess with it and not really affect anything. Getting my water back from this machine, or this steam vent. I mean, I'm happy with it. It's been very cool to show you guys. I was really excited I got to play it for everybody. When I got it to work, I was like, yeah, we can do this. Yeah, my base is just batteries everywhere across the entire continent. Just look at it. And that's it. Thank you for enjoying the series. I hope everyone had lots of fun. I just want you to just remember, Mila saved the world. So if you're ever thinking, man, today could be better, remember, this world wouldn't exist if Mima didn't save it. So thanks, Mima. I love you for 5 ever. And this is the legacy of Gravitas. No database entry. In a sense, they succeeded. Because all these tools have been very useful to get us through the temporal tear. So thank you for trying. I never did get a suit delivered with this thing. That's okay. We got everything set up where it mattered. Again, I'm still going to play this kind of at my own time, but I'll play different games online just to let you guys enjoy. So thank you for watching the series. Let me remember Mima's grand sacrifice. I wanted to make sure I showed you guys everything interesting I could. And I think I did what I set out to accomplish. So enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for enjoying the Auction Not Included showcase. And enjoy. If you play the game yourself, maybe you'll get some ideas from the stuff I've made. But that's up to you. Take care. Have fun. Bye-bye.